What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another 90-day fiance video, and this one right here is episode 2 of season 7 of 90-day fiance happily ever after. But let's give a shout out to every single person that is a subscriber, that is a member of the channel, and is a member of Patreon. And with that being said, let's get into it. Come on now.
Telling me like how business is like thriving right now, like if a mortgage interest rate goes for real estate, that's doing nice.
How many random people are here? And how clearly can you see right through the reason why they're here? I know. These are his friends. He wants something from each and every one of these people. It's obvious. He's an opportunist. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. I have no idea who these people are in this house. No clue. I feel like Libby and Andre barely know them too.
Honestly, if it were me, I would feel kind of awkward inviting my immigration attorney to my housewarming party.
I have no idea.
A random
someone
friend
that
that
deli at the supermarket. I have no idea.
Honestly, I feel like they were just kind of like handing out invitations, like, hey, you want to come?
So let's go upstairs. I want to show you guys Ellie's room. It's so freaking cute.
Oh, I can wait. Oh my gosh.
This is Ellie's room,
Oh my gosh.
and I really wanted.
Look at Ellie's room.
I really wanted to do like pink and white and gold.
I wonder if the sisters would ever get bored of bringing down their own sister. This whole family, the siblings, it's just a mess, isn't it? Anyway, we continue.
Wow, there's so much room for activities. So what's this room going to be?
This room is going to be like a guest / studio.
Wait, I have a question. Piano? You're gonna do something with music then?
Yes, I'm thinking about getting more into it, and I just feel like it would really be like a stress reliever.
Well, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I used to sing professionally.
Yes.
So why don't you sing something? I'd love to hear it. I mean,
Okay,
if you're okay with it.
Honestly, like I'm not warmed up, and I don't.
Wait, what about From This Moment? That's what you sang at our wedding. It was amazing.
Oh my gosh, what a great song.
I don't like being put on the spot.
You know what? I understand what you're saying, but I really want to hear just a little bit. If you're a professional, like me, when someone asks you to sing, you just turn it on. You really do. So I was a little taken back by that, but you know, maybe she's just getting started. Maybe it's just more of a hobby than something she really wants to do as a profession.
So is this family just surrounded around a lot of people that are just like super judgmental or what? Like, damn, like, okay, this is what we're doing now. The girl doesn't want to sing, just want to sing. And I don't know if she, you know what, let's let it play.
So what are you thinking of doing with music? Like what exactly? Is it pop or what are you thinking of trying?
I'm actually thinking of doing nursery rhymes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. I've noticed that Ellie actually likes to sing too. So I thought it might be fun to do like nursery rhymes with her and make like videos. So just like things that we grew up listening to. And I'm like, I can sing that to you. Like, I just feel it'd be a great way for us to bond and something that I know would make me happier.
Yeah, you can't be pissed off singing nursery rhymes.
Yeah.
How can you be mad?
Sounds a little flighty, I'm not going to lie. She's like, oh, I don't know. I'm going to sing. I'm going to sing nursery rhymes. Like, to me, that seems like there's something else going on. I would have never thought for her to come in and say, oh, like, I want to continue singing. I want to pick that back up. But I never thought it would be nursery rhymes.
So is there money in nursery rhymes? I mean, like, how is that something that you're looking to have a source of revenue from? Like,
I just want to delve into my passion and be happy.
nursery rhymes are great, and it's so cute, and it's wonderful. And I've seen the videos too, but you know, have you really given it a lot of thought? Like, have you really thought the whole thing through?
The question is though, does your opinion really matter though? I don't think so. So why don't you just let her just do exactly what she wants to do? Is there any money in it? You see what I mean? Like just mental rich people. Like, oh, God, I actually dislike watching their side of the segment because it's all about entitled. Just the worst of the worst, isn't it? Let's continue.
I know that singing nursery rhymes is kind of out there and sounds ridiculous. People think that I'm crazy, but there's a market for children. Somebody's got to do it. So if I have the voice for it and I can do it, why not?
अरे मम्मी
एक लेडी को खुश करने के लिए दूसरे को इतना दुख दिया जिसने दर्दों से पैदा किया जिसने पैदा किया उसको तड़फा रहा है इसको कितने साल का रिश्ता इससे
10 साल से आप मान गए क्या उतने पे तो माँ बाप तो वैसे बिगड़ जाते हैं
बात के लिए माँ बाप कभी राजी नहीं
मानते हैं
होंगे आदि उम्र का फर्क
हाँ बिल्कुल है
बेटा तू हमारा ही बच्चा है क्या नहीं तू हमारा बेटा है किसी चीज में तेरे को ना बुलाएंगे हम मरे मम्मी पापा कोई मरेगा कोई भी
I don't understand what Sumit's mom is saying right now, but it doesn't seem like it's going very well. But I did understand that she's still denying that she ever said that she loved me. That's very hurtful.
अगले जन्म में तेरे को पता लगेगा.
Just feel like somebody put your hand in your mouth and rip your heart out of your chest. My biggest fear is to get disowned by my family. I don't know how to exist without my mother. Without my mom, I'm outcast here in India.
अब शक्ल भी मत खाना घर पे और ना देखना. बस इतना कह रही हूँ, जा रही हूँ गले.
तो जिंदगी में परेशान रहोगे?
हाँ. इससे खुश है ना? बस यही है तेरी जिंदगी में. इससे खुश रहे तू. इससे जितना प्यार का, माँ का, बहन का, बाप का, भाई का, भाभी का, जो प्यार देना है इसको दे. हमें तेरे प्यार की और तेरे रहम की हमें जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है?
मेरे को तो
कभी कदम नहीं रख देना रोहिणी के अंदर. ऐसा नहीं चाहिए था कि आप एक बार मम्मी को बताओ.
उन्हें अपने माँ को परेशान करने की जरूरत नहीं है.
I am not at all happy. It will be very difficult for my mom to handle the situation. People will make fun of her and
You have a great impact on her. या जेनी या माँ बाप.
चलते हैं, चलो ज्यादा ऑफिस कर नहीं सकते हो, हमें नहीं पता था ये सब हो रहा है.
Are you waiting? Yeah.
You know, when people get married or go into a relationship and they have culture differences, I just don't see why you waste your own time. Like, I don't know why he's surprised by his mom's reaction. He's actually more worried that he's surprised, but his woman isn't. Let me just process that. I don't know what world this guy lives in, but he lives in some dimension, some reality that doesn't exist. This was always going to happen. You know what I mean? If you don't stay within your culture, religion, or whatnot, always going to cause problems. Acceptance is always going to be fast. And no matter what his lady does, it's never going to change. That is just a line. Hey, continue.
कर मेरे को हाँ करवाना चाह रहा है, लेकिन कभी नहीं करेंगे हम. नहीं करेंगे. जेनी को तो कभी नहीं करेंगे.
This is exactly the reason why I didn't want them to come over here and for him to tell them, because I knew that his mom was going to get hurt and he was going to go after her. I'm left sitting by myself not knowing what's happening. What about me? I need to be comforted too. It does scare me that Sumit is choosing his mom over me again.
But that also shouldn't come as a surprise to you as well. This is why the relationship is a waste of flipping energy.
अभी देर तो आशीर्वाद आता है, अभी आप प्यार भी नहीं कर रहे. आओगे तो थोड़ा जगह चेंज होगी, शायद दिमाग भी चेंज होगा.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है मेरा बेटा खो गया.
Want to say something?
Can you just leave it?
No, actually, we should talk.
Really?
Really? This is really
Okay.
bad.
Okay, this is bad. What do you want to do? Good, it's bad. Good.
So I actually thought you were on a date, and I'm like, here we go again. I like somebody, and it's gonna fail.
There's nothing between us.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Then I saw you guys walk into your car one night.
I'm not gonna stop hanging out, like having my own life and being independent.
So eventually, our fighting became too much. So I decided to end it once and for all. I basically broke up with her 8 times via text. They were always text.
As a texter.
Right. And then Teddy passes away, my dog. He just kept looking at me that night, like he knew he was going somewhere. And I probably dozed off for like maybe 30 minutes, and I woke up and he was gone. So Liz was one of the very first people to reach out to me.
I just at least needed to show you that I knew you were loved.
One thing led to another.
So basically, in a nutshell, right, let me tell you what happened. TLC decided to reach out to you, you losers, and be like, hey, we need people to come back for Happily Ever After. Big Ed, Liz, do you want to do it? Yeah, sure, why not? We both love the fame, the attention. Yeah. Anyway, we continue.
Yep.
Bow, bang, hello. Yay.
Sucker's gotta put up with me now.
You look great, baby. How are you doing? You look great, too.
We just finished happy hour, so...
Oh, you just finished happy hour.
We're about to start second happy hour. Now trying to celebrate this moment of us making it this far.
So today, we're going to go out and check out a venue. I want great food, classy environment, and Malbec. Ooh, this is
We call
nice.
this our sunset rooftop deck. Yeah,
beautiful.
sunsets that way. I think this might be a good space for the size group you have, so you're completely private up here.
I love that part.
Why don't I let you be, and if you have any questions, I'll be around tonight.
Very nice.
Nice to meet you all.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Tanya and JLo are two of my best friends. They are my bridesmaids. They were with me at my darkest days through my breakup with Ed.
Got some shots all around. These are some reposados.
Ooh, so fancy, Ed. I understand that everybody in my world is still getting used to the idea that Ed and I are back together, but I do appreciate their support because I know a lot of people in Ed's worlds don't approve of the engagement.
Here's to the importance of friendship, and thank you for being a part of our wonderful day.
Thank you so much for having us.
In the beginning, I definitely was skeptical. When I got that phone call, Liz called me. She's like, I have something to tell you. And I'm like, what? And then she's like, we're engaged. And I was shocked. I had very strong feelings because I saw how hurt she was and what she went through.
And I'm kind of hoping she would be like, I would never go back with him.
I mean, I hope he doesn't break up with her a ninth time. There was 8 breakups.
Yeah.
8 freaking breakups. That's a lot of breakups.
Let's just process that. Ed has already broken up with Liz 8 times, and I believe it's 8 times via text. If this storyline isn't scripted, there is something seriously wrong with Liz. How can you allow someone to break up with you 8 times? Once is more than enough. 2, or maybe you thought there was a chance. 3, you're just a mug now. And anything after 3, well, I haven't even got the right term to use that is polite enough to use, so I'll keep that one to myself. But yeah, continue.
What's going to make it different this time?
Good question. Most of it was my issues. So I felt I had to grow in order to be with her. But I realized she was what I wanted. And I knew I could handle it. I knew I was ready.
Pause. How old is Big Ed? And he's talking about he had to grow. How long does it take you to grow, Big Ed? That is a pathetic excuse. A man of your age shouldn't be in a stage where you're talking about I need to grow. That's something you should have done in your 20s. Maximum 30s, if anything. 35 tops. So the fact that he's talking about I had to grow is just embarrassing.
And he's the one that I love, and he's the one that I want to be with. I love Ed because, yes, we had a really rough patch for a while, but Ed has shown me love in ways that I've never had with any previous relationship.
Well, after breaking up with you 8 times, oh yeah, that is showing you massive tons of love, isn't it? 8 times. No. You're just desperate. Or this is scripted. Or this is just something interesting about you. I'll be now, right?
He shows his love for me too with the love that he has for my daughter, and I think that was the biggest thing that made me fall in love with Ed. And now we have a party to plan.
Who's all coming?
My grandparents are going to hopefully be meeting his family.
Wow.
So on my side, the announcement of our engagement didn't quite go as expected. Like, I really don't know. My daughter, she was naturally Trinity
People.
to tell my brothers, to tell my mom, and my buddy Rich, my ex-buddy Rich. They just don't understand that the person sitting next to me is my future. This is who I want, and that's the conversation I'm getting ready to have with Rich. I'm like, look, I thought you were my friend. After Liz and I got back together, a lot of my friends and family didn't understand why. When we first broke up, Liz said a lot of, bad things about me, and I think they're afraid that she's going to do that again. I've tried to reach.
Afraid? You're the one that did what 8 times? Right, okay. I'm surprised they wasn't bored all the times you two broke up anyway. Anyway, let's continue.
Reach out to my daughter daughter, Tiffany, and at this moment, she's not taking my calls. And Rich is somebody that I've known for 15 years. And after we got engaged, he said a lot of bad things. And I want to know why he can't accept the fact that I've chosen Liz.
So he can have a healthy relationship with her kid, but he can't have a healthy relationship with his own kid. So she's with him because he's good with her kid, but he's with her even though his kid isn't good with her. Yeah, I'll let you process that. I'm just processing it myself. God almighty.
So I'm going to say, look, Rich, I thought you were my friend. Quit talking to my mom. Let me have a conversation.
Wait, Rich is talking to your mom?
He talks to her like every day.
That's bizarre.
It's very bizarre.
What is going on with your mom and you?
So she kind of felt like, oh, you're picking Liz over me. I'm like, I'm picking me over me, and I'm in love.
What's going on with your mom and you?
So she kind of felt like, oh, you're picking Liz over me. I'm like, I'm picking me over me, and I'm in love with Liz. To be honest, we're not in a good place. Unfortunately for my mom, when she found out we got engaged, I think her reaction was, you got to be kidding me.
We, on both sides, got rid of negative people. His mom's no longer living at the house.
Okay. And how does your mom feel about your engagement to Liz?
She's not happy because she feels like I'm choosing Liz over her. I had so many people telling me how I felt about Liz, and they wanted me to break up with her.
I don't like the fact that, I feel like I'm being blamed for something. And I came back into this relationship with me.
It wasn't fair to Liz.
No, yeah.
Because now she's taking the blame.
And now she's getting put as the villain, and that's not fair.
In the past, when Ed and I would break up, he would talk about all our problems to everybody. And I always looked like the bad person.
And that's what you fell in love with, right?
Would convince him just to break up with me. So there is a fear that these people can come back into his life and convince him not to be with me.
I love your mom, but she knows that I had nobody besides her.
One of our first dates out we had in a while. It's nice to get some alone time, right?
How is it a long time if we go with
Enjoyable time is better than sitting at home all day. Today we are going to a winery. I'm ready to drink some wine. Yara had a night out with her friends. I've been at home playing dad, so I want to date, have some fun.
Of course you do. If Yara will give you a chance to go every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
You drink too much. We'll need to oh, no, don't date that girl. Maybe she will sell your organs.
I guess my mom had this idea in her head that people from Ukraine just cut people open and sell their organs on the black market.
Yeah, that's what I look like.
You always told me you would cut my off if I cheat on you and sell it.
Yeah, that's different.
It's different.
Yeah, but nobody wants that.
Stereotyping, eh? I mean, that is stereotyping, right? Talking about organs and stuff. So is that judgmental? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section because, yeah, that's kind of a weird thing. People in Ukraine are going to cut me open. Why would you say that? Where did you get that from? You know what I mean? But hey, let's continue.
I would just drop it in the trash. I will give some dogs to eat. Yeah, so you never can get back and put back. Just say.
It would be cooler if we were going without Mila.
Well, it looks like you have so many options.
I know. We went from having a babysitter to no babysitter, I know.
Mrs. Green is the only person who I trust with Mila.
So we kind of had my mom babysitting every now and then, but we got into an argument, and since then we haven't been speaking much.
I know it wasn't your intention to change the relationship with your mom, but it's the same time after you fight with her, we don't have a good relationship. The fight stopped because sometimes when Jovi will leave for work for a whole month, she will not come for that whole month. I was crying that how much that will be if my mom will be here. And Jovi just get that his mom is so much bad because she's not there for me. Then when he talked to Mrs. Wynn, there was just a big fight. Since then, I haven't spoken to Mrs. Wynn in 6 months.
With this whole situation with my mom, I don't really agree with everything from either one of y'all, I think.
Either one of us? Wife?
No, I'm in an awkward position because I have to take somebody's side.
I didn't tell you to tell your mom what you feel. I was never one for having
drama. Well, I did in the end.
I was just
telling me so many times.
Okay. In my country, when you have kids, your mother-in-law, your mother, they just come over to your house and try to help you without you asking it.
Yeah, no, I honestly felt the same way. Why would I have to ask for a babysitter? People would just always show up at my house to watch Mila. It's kind of I dreamed of it to happen, but...
I'm sure your mama loves Mila so much, but it's just the fact that she knows that I had nobody besides her, and she wouldn't come over for the whole once you're away. What I'm supposed to think at that time.
No, I agree. I took your side.
And I don't put responsibility on nobody. I used to be a mother. I love to be a mother, but I will appreciate a little bit of help.
I know.
Although I understand what she's talking about, I mean, there's a lot of people in this world that don't even have the option of having a mother or anyone to help them, look after their kids, to be honest with you. So I feel like she's coming across a little bit ungrateful for the fact that his mother doesn't turn up at any given time to help and she has to ask. I thought was kind of protocol. I don't know. I just don't really feel like the conversation's really that deep. I don't really think it's something that it's worth falling over someone over for 6 months. As long as she's there helping you whenever she can, You know what I'm saying? But if she's not helping at all, but then again, actually, no, hold on, flip that, and I forget that. If you have a kid, you're signed up to look after your kid all the time. If you have help, that is called a bonus. Yes. If you've got help around you, then yes, it's a bonus. But if you haven't, then it is what it is. You're the one that decided to have a kid. You're the one that decided to have a responsibility for another human being. So therefore, stop with whining and just take that responsibility. And then if you ever do get extra help from outside sources that's not you or your partner, well, then that's a bonus. Unless, of course, you pay for, you know, nursery or whatnot, or whatever you call it. Some people, man, just ungrateful in this world. Like there's a lot of people in this world that literally don't even have like a social life period because they have no one to look after their kids. But they get on with it. It is what it is. They understand the assignment, and that is, I had a kid, so now I've got to woman up, man up, and do my job.
Let's just forget about all that. Let's go out today.
I just
have
hurt my
fun.
feelings.
I know. I hear you getting emotional.
And it hurts my feeling because I love her. And I don't want to fight with her.
I feel like my mom sometimes thought she was around too much. She drove 3 hours to come to our house to see us, and she thought she was doing what we expect. I know she needs support from my family. She can't do this alone. This is the first big fight I've really ever had with my mom. I don't feel good about it, and it's very important for me to really fix this relationship with my mother.
I was talking to my mom and I told her about the situation. My mom, honestly, it makes her so upset.
Well, you think your mom will be here, all our problems will go away, and we'll have babysitter all the time?
Yeah, because my mom will be a pleasure for her to stay with Mila. We don't need to even ask for her. I will love if, honestly, I will go to Yara and meet her over there.
I want to go too. I think we're past time that she needs to see Mila.
Yeah.
But I don't know if a trip going there right now is the best idea for you without a green card.
Like, I understand, but like, what? At the same time, like, how many years should they wait for a freaking green card? That's to me. I have a working permit, and I just don't have a green card yet. So if I leave, I will maybe not be able to come back in. Like, it's been so long time. And now I see the news in Ukraine, and doesn't look everything so good. And it look like so much stuff can happen and for I not be able to get home. I just hoping that nothing will happen there.
So, even though she had a kid in America, an adult is an American, even if she went back to the UK, you're telling me that she wouldn't be able to get back in the country but she hasn't got a green card? That is sad. I would have thought like having a kid would have been like some form of help. I would have thought because they got a kid, it would have helped her get a green card, to be fair. Like, yo, man, I don't know how your immigration system works, man, but it's funky though still. Like, the fact that she managed, like, she leaves, she can't even come back. That is sad, man. It's sad. I feel for her in that in that aspect. I really do.
With a lady that I just met online, Zara. I was loving that lady so much, so crazy, you know. So I reached out to her after Kimberly go back to United States. I wanted to see if I still have the feelings. If I should ask you, do you miss anything about me?
I miss you.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm positive.
But I realized that I don't feel it anymore, actually. And I really missed Kimberly's presence. So I actually invited Kimberly to come to Nigeria, and she came down to Nigeria. And then that is when I know the love is real. And she is...
What kind of nonsense is this? I realized that I didn't love Zara. Right. Okay, buddy. And then that's when you realized that you loved Kimberly. Right. The woman that you didn't tell you love when she was in Zanzibar with you. Okay. Anyway, we continue with this nonsense. Such a fake bloody storyline.
The one for me.
I love this man so much. Why?
What I appreciate about Kimberly is the love, the loyalty, and the support she has for me. I'm not going after beauty or after sexy.
So basically, in a nutshell, he appreciates all the money that she gives him, all the gifts that she gives him, the loyalty that she gives him. But what does he give her in return? Now that's the question, isn't it? But anyway, we continue.
And I have never had any connection and strong relationship with anyone like Kimberly. Kimberly is coming to Nigeria in a couple of days. My family knows about Kimberly, especially my mom, and I'm a little bit nervous that they are going to compare Kimberly with my ex. So the lady I told you from United States, Kimberly.
Wait, hold on a minute. He said that Kimberly, after he realized that he loved Kimberly, he asked her to come to Nigeria, and then we saw pictures of them two looking like she had already been to Nigeria. So in that time, she didn't meet your mom then? Or was he referencing that now she's finally coming to Nigeria to see him? Sometimes some storylines just skip a step, shall I say. Sometimes some things are just aren't as clear as day. But anyway, we continue.
She's flooding this country in like 2 days now. So when she comes, I'm bringing her to the family. Muhammad is my elder brother, and his opinion is very, very important to the whole family. I'm worried my mom will not be happy. So I actually want Muhammad to help me to talk to mom so we can get the blessing, me and Kimbali, to get engaged.
Asan tambaye ka. Wai me mun fanka ne da kai da Kimbali. So in ta zo me za ta yi wata wani hukuncin wani.
Whoa, hold on a minute. Last episode, Kimberly said that she planned on proposing to Usman. He's now talking about the engagement. So he already knows that she's going to propose to him? Or is he planning on proposing to her? Right, that's not a glitch in the storyline, is it now? Or am I just looking into too much? Let me know. Yeah, we continue.
I am trying to bring her here, take her to you as my elders, and then we get the blessing to get engaged to me. Then I'll go to America, we'll get married there.
Is she your age?
Somehow, she's 51.
51? Why? Why can't you come to your state and get a very young lady to marry? Because one of the main important of marriage is to produce children. And you know, our mom, she is very eager to see my children.
So this is what I'm thinking about. Getting married to her doesn't mean that I'm going to be denied for having children. Like I can easily get another wife when I feel like I'm ready.
Yeah? But most of the Americans, they don't want their husband to marry.
TLC is typical recycling a storyline. They can get another wife. We've done the storyline with Michael how many times? We've done it with Usman how many times? You know what the funny thing is? That other wife never even occurs. The thing, Michael and Al-Deem, but they've been together this whole time, but yet I still haven't seen a second wife with him. I would say make it make sense, but what is the bloody point?
Marry more than one wife. Yeah, but this particular one, she's okay with that. She was married before, she had a child, and then he's grown, and she cannot deny me for me to have that kind of joy and happiness. So she can't stop me.
Are you sure?
Very sure.
I don't know what makes him to feel following all those American women. He is getting older now. If he don't find another lady from here who will give birth to children for him, I don't think the issue will be supported by our mom. Who is to become first wife? Which one's supposed to come first?
So I have the plan in future that I'm going to get married with a young lady to get child. But as for now, it's Kimbali that I'm talking about because I don't even meet the one that I'm going to marry to give me birth.
How long do you expect yourself to start having children?
It depends on when I meet the lady. We know each other. We love each other because that is the difficult one.
Don't forget, you are getting older.
Okay, I can make an effort.
Okay. We'll see if our mother can agree with it.
I hope taking a second wife will help my family allow me to marry Kimbali because I can get engaged without my family blessing, especially my mom. That means if they say no, it's no. So I don't know what will happen to our relationship with Kimbali.
Shaeeda, when you came inside my pool.
But wait, if he's having a second wife, then that means he has to stay in Nigeria, right? Because what's the chance of him finding a second wife in America? And then that means Kimberly would have to move to Nigeria, right? Because if he finds a second wife in Nigeria, then she might want to stay in Nigeria. But at the same time, though, he wouldn't even be able to get her to the States anyway, because she would need a visa, a green card. He can't get married to two people. So this whole second wife thing, it brings no sense if there's a plan for him to go to the States. If there's a plan for Kimberly to move to Nigeria, okay, it can work. Because we know that if Usman gets married to Kimberly, that allows him to come to the States. But he can't then remarry second wife until he gets his green card. And that would take years. And as his brother stated, you were getting older. And when it comes to the green card, look at it this way. Yara still hasn't even got hers. She's been in the States now for years. So it can take a couple of years, basically. This whole second wife thing only makes sense if Kimberly's looking to move to Nigeria, which I don't think she's looking to do. Another glitch within the storyline. I'm sitting there just nitpicking pretty much why the storyline is just basically false and a bunch of nonsense. But anyway, we continue.
Walaikum salam.
Assalamualaikum. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. So,
What's going on?
nothing much. The last meeting that I had with Bilal, he told me that I overstepped the friendship bound with Shaeeda. I was just trying to look out for his well-being and his best interests as well as the kids.
Do you
Apologizing for what? So, how's everything going with you?
I'm good. And we're just looking forward to like meeting you again, hopefully on pleasant terms. Last time we had an engagement was when you came to my home. I felt disrespected.
Okay, what did I say to make you hurt and upset?
I think it's not what you say, but how you said it. You were very much aggressive. You had a lot of rage.
Shaeeda,
Shaeeda,
did I yell at you?
I don't know if you don't see yourself when you're angry, but it was not so peaceful. You didn't like you came with the boxing gloves on.
I'm not about to sit here and stand that because that's not what I did.
That is the tone I did. You see how it's now coming out of you, that aggression? That's the person who I witnessed.
Shaeeda wants to sit here and be a victim. She wants to get away with her bad behavior as usual, and I'm not going to put it to rest. Acknowledge that you hurt my feelings, apologize, and move on. You're not going to play me out to be a liar when I'm not lying.
I think as people, sometimes we may do things, we may say things that another person may take it another different way.
I mean, it's like you came ranting and raving. I was just like standing in the kitchen, like, I don't want her coming back. Like, I was like ready to ban you from my home. It's like, she cannot come back here and behave like that.
Ban me from
like hurt and upset I was.
This conversation is no longer a conversation. It's just an argument. Honestly, I didn't say much because I'm trying to stay neutral. I want to get along with my ex-wife. We have children, and we want to make sure all that is peaceful. But also, I want to support my wife. This person I sleep in bed with every night. You guys are, grown adults, and there shouldn't be any bad blood between either one of y'all.
Like, I wanted to be like bad blood between us. I was looking to get to know you, have a good relationship with you. I was actually hoping for us to like be cordial with each other. I don't wanted us to be compatible for the sake of the kids. But I just wanted to acknowledge the fact that when you came inside my home, you came with rage, you were not cordial, you were not polite. That's all I want you to like acknowledge it.
That's not true. I'm not going to apologize for something that I didn't do.
Then why did you come here?
I came here to actually clear the air, but I'm not apologizing for
I'm done. I'm literally done.
Bilal, you better get her because you know this will get real left.
No, you better get her, okay?
Real quick.
She thinks she's the only one who has emotion. That one very nasty.
Real quick.
This is my Mr. Burns hand. Excellent. No. You know what? Sometimes better not to say anything. Let's just let them do their thing.
The issue is Charlie. Yes.
And then there was the cutscene. Okay, my bad. It's on to the next conversation now. Okay, so it seems to me as if Shaeeda, in my opinion, is trying to find some sort of power play in. We know she has no power in her relationship with Bilal. It's as if she's like, if I'm gonna have power in one area, like let me at least have one somewhere. So let me just try and pick at the ex-wife. I mean, listen, was the ex-wife wrong for approaching Shaeeda about the prenup? Yes. Was it her say whether or not the privilege you had? Yes. Was she wrong to insinuate X, Y, Z? Yes. So therefore, was she wrong? Yes. But does Shaeeda really have to drag it out and make it personal and just make it become an awkward thing between the mother of Bilal's kids? No. Because therefore now you are creating an environment that is unhealthy for the children. End of the day, the mother said what she wanted to say. It is what it is. You just respond to her. You just respond to her with more respect than she gave to you. If she would disrespect you, it doesn't mean you have to disrespect her back. So if it's me personally, if I was Shaeeda, I'd be like, listen, you know what? I get where you're coming from. I understand what you're saying, but please don't do that, because that is not fair on myself. I'm here because I want to be with Bilal, and I have no intentions of doing any kind of madness. But I do understand your frustration. I do understand you want to protect your children. But I'm definitely not here trying to mess things up for you. Something along those lines is very simple, and then keep it moving, keep it cordial. But Shaeeda wants to go head to head. It's like she wants to have some power somewhere. So she needs to dumb it down, in my opinion. Despite the fact that Bilal's baby mother's in the wrong for her approach, someone needs to be the bigger person. And Shaeeda being the one coming into her life where she's going to be looking after the kids that are not hers, like it's her role to come in and be the bigger person rather than the mother, because it's expected for the baby mama to be different. the question is how do you react to it? If I was in the same position as Bilal and I'm seeing that my new woman is reacting like this, I don't know if I would want to be with her, because I want someone that's going to be able to handle the wrath that my ex brings. I know what wrath my ex brings. That's why she's my ex. You know what I mean? So that's why if I'm bringing someone in who's going to have to deal with it, I need to make sure I'm bringing someone in who knows how to handle her accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get into it. Oh, and most importantly, if we're going back and forth, you don't try and bring me into it. Your ladies, your adults, figure it out accordingly. But that involves someone being the bigger person. Anyway, and to be fair, sometimes some baby mamas want to see you prove yourself. And don't get me wrong, no one wants to be in that position, but sometimes it's inevitable. You kind of have to prove that you are here for the right intentions and you are going to do the right thing by kids as well. It's part of the assignment, whether you like it or not. Hey, we proceed.
Are you cleaning?
Surprise.
I am cleaning. Trying to get the out of here. What's happening? That was a great housewarming, Libs. I feel very warm towards your home now. And because I kept my mouth shut?
Everybody kept my mouth shut.
There was one person that wasn't here. So, I don't know. I'm just saying it might have something to do with that.
If you're talking about the same
Black
person.
person?
I don't think that would be an issue.
Mom, you're in like La La
At a
Land.
housewarming party, no. Charlie would not be an issue.
Oh, Mom, I understand it's your son and you have your rose-colored glasses on, but you need to be realistic.
It's not even that. Andre,
It is that.
I think you and Charlie, need to bury the hatchet.
No. Until the guy gets help for his
That's
issues,
what it is.
there's
We've
not
told
going to
you
be
this.
hatchets involved.
So what are the issues?
We've told you this.
Alcohol interests.
So wait a minute. Everybody here tonight was drinking alcohol.
Okay, but have you been aggressive?
Do we abuse the alcohol?
You're
Do we
advocating for the
abuse
wrong
it?
person, actually. Charlie drinks every day, and it's just a major problem, and it's probably gonna end up very bad for him and for everybody surrounding him who cares about him. We got used to living like that, but it doesn't go out of me. And meeting with him is a completely bad idea because we did that before. I'm not doing that again. Family's delusional. Nobody drinks as much as Charlie.
Andre.
Not doing that again. Family's delusional. Nobody drinks as much as Charlie.
Andre, I beg to differ. You and Charlie both drank morning till evening in Moldova.
You're literally insulting me.
Don't put my husband in a boat with Charlie. They're two different people.
You're literally insulting me right now. I'm not drinking every day.
You act differently. The alcohol affects him differently.
So that means he has a problem.
He does have an issue, but he needs to realize that himself.
Mom, but if everyone around him is enabling him and sticking their heads in the sand, he's never going to come to that realization. I'm actually shocked that for once we are agreeing with Andre. One thing that we can agree on and come together on is the Charlie issue. Like, he's not blood related. He can see it for what it is.
It is refreshing to have somebody else
That can see it for what it is.
and help prove to our parents, like, hello, wake up.
I don't see how this is accomplishing anything.
The issue is Charlie. Yes, Charlie drinks. You guys drank the same amount. I mean, I've seen it happen.
No.
Charlie does get aggressive,
Okay.
and
That's the point.
he needs help with that.
Okay.
I feel like Andre and Charlie are the same person because they're very alpha male. I would like to see them work through their issues as adults. And then my hope really is.
Not everyone is built to get along. It's called compatibility. And Charlie and Andre don't have the compatibility to get along, you moron. I don't know why, she thinks it was okay to bring up the Charlie situation when the night has been, successful. There's always got to be a, party hooper. Hooper. Yes. Like low key, it just feels like someone always has to pop up to make things difficult with his family for the sake of it. Like, grow up.
Is to have the whole family come together and helping Charlie deal with whatever he's going through so that he can put all of these things behind him.
Charlie is a grown adult. You should be able to do. You know what? Why don't you go and have a conversation with Charlie and you try and help Charlie individually? Not everyone has to get involved. Charlie isn't a baby.
Are you willing to work with me to help him?
I'm not willing to help
Right.
him, Charlie.
I didn't-
His life in my house, in my territory. He is not welcome. And so are you going to be not welcome if you will listen to me. You're going to be
What?
under Lyle, and you're going to put in the same category
Andre,
as Charlie.
stop.
Okay, so that's
Stop.
bottom line.
Stop.
I'm not going to stop. I'm telling you my truth. I'm not willing to
Baby,
go over here.
stop.
That's
Can
it.
you take a deep breath? Can we please just take a
But
deep breath?
Stop here, Pamela. Charlie, no, I'm talking to your mother. Is just talking to literally a brick wall. She literally accused me like of me being a problem. I want her to realize that if she puts me in a category of her son, I'm going to put her in a category of a person that is in denial. I'm over this. I think everybody's over this, and we're moving forward.
Bye, Andre. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Nothing? Okay.
Like I said, not everyone is built to get along in the conversation. That's it. You know what they say, right? You can't choose your family, but you can make. Is it make? You can't choose your family, you can choose your friends. Yes. Well, obviously, you also can't really choose the family that you walk into. You can choose who you want to get along. That made no sense. I don't know. I just tried to wing something there. It just didn't land properly. But anyway, we continue.
I mean, like, I love Usman, but I know Jamal hasn't been supportive of my relationship, so I really don't know what's going to happen. So you know I'm going to Nigeria, right? I'm going to meet Usman's family this time, like his mom. But there's a reason I'm going to meet his mom. I'm going to go over there.
What? That's not how it works.
Why can't I do it?
The man is supposed to propose.
When a woman does it, I've seen it. I mean, we'll be engaged for a while because it's the paperwork that takes a long time with this K1, and then we'll get married here.
You're serious?
Yeah. It is important for me to get Jamal's approval before I go to Nigeria. But I understand why Jamal has tons of doubts about the relationship after the tell-all. You didn't know that Usman had called Zara? I did not.
I find that mad disrespectful to my mom because she did all this for you. Like, what is that? Like,
Can you hear me?
why are you clapping at her like that?
When I found out about Usman and Zara, I was pissed. Pissed. But I think the tell-all actually made us a little bit stronger. Usman apologized to me. And the only reason I gave him another chance is because I love him.
It's only your third trip to go see him, and you're talking about marriage. I feel like after he called Zara when my mom left, I expected better. But me, to be honest, I never trusted him. She expects me to feel completely comfortable with it and support her, but I just don't really see enough reasons for them to get into this engagement now. It seems like she's already had this planned, and I just feel left out about it.
I just want you to be happy. I know. And I am happy.
If he already makes you happy with how things are, then why do you want to push it and get married?
The marriage part is because I love him, and I want to show him that I love him. Just like he showed me. You know? I just don't want it to be a one-way street. But it's not a one-way street, Mom. And you see it. You see it when I talk to him.
I have to see it when you're together. I've never seen Kimberly so in love with anybody like she is with Usman, unless maybe it was back when she was in high school. I don't want to see her get hurt, because when she puts her heart into something, she puts it in all the way.
I just don't think y'all need to get married in order for you to show your love to him. Because you could just go visit him.
I want your support so bad. Unfortunately, I can't bring him here so you can see what a wonderful guy this is. I have to get him here. And in order to do that, we have to be engaged to get him here.
So he needs a visa to get here.
So, I mean,
And
okay.
if y'all get married, he'll have one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a light bulb just went off.
So you think he's just with me for that?
I didn't say that out loud.
But you just said
This is the thing. This is the part that doesn't make sense, though. Like I said before, if he's coming to America, where is he going to get a third wife from? Because what American woman does he think is going to settle to want to be a third wife? Listen, polygamy and marriages may be becoming a thing, but listen, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, it's going to have to be a Nigerian woman. The only way it makes sense. Because that would take a long time for them, unless they go on one of these sites where they seem to find these polygamous people. What sites do people go on to find polygamous relationships, huh? I don't want to know. I'm just asking for a friend. Yeah. Yo, buddy. Yeah, I'm just asking for you, man. Don't. What do you guys know about funny? Anyway, either way though, this is the question that I was asking. How is that going to work? I guess in Kim's eyes, they probably think they got playing a time because he's an up-and-coming rapper. Even though, you know, Usman's brother made it abundantly, you're getting older now. But anyway, whatever.
light bulb went off. And it's not just like he's like scamming me to get the K1. I'm the one that brought the K1 up. I brought it up to him. Do you think I'm dumb?
I just don't think you should rush your...
He'll propose to me first. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to meet his mom. I have to get her blessing. That's just the way it's done in his culture, you know?
It's kind of crazy.
What if you don't get her blessing and everything's off?
I don't know yet.
It's ridiculous.
But, you know, like, he loves me.
What does he do?
I'm baffled by Kim's mum, you know, like, I don't know why Kim's mum's kind of being, not supportive, but being supportive. It's weird that I'm looking at the scene, they all look alike. They all look alike in different forms, you know what I mean? Like, Kimberly's mum, you can see the little features, the nose and the mouth that look like Kimberly's got. The son's got the nose as well, you know what I mean? It's like got the head shape of the bulb. It's just weird because it's like they're all coming in different ages and different races. Like, you know, when you see a family and you're like, damn, you're definitely related. You see the features and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, going back to the point, the mother, I don't know why she's not trying to, like. Then again, the mother probably knows her daughter. She probably knows no matter what she tells Kimberly, Kimberly's gonna do whatever Kimberly wants to do. So maybe that is it. But I mean, obviously the son's trying, and he's trying to do it in a respectful way. And you know what? I can only give credit where credit is due. Yeah.
You to show that.
Because I just being with him, like, I just the way he is with me.
I think one of my biggest concerns is I don't really know Usman. I've had a few conversations with him. He is an entertainer, and he knows how to get people on his side. He knows the right things to say. And I just hope my mom can figure out what is true and what is not.
And also, your mom did come from an abusive relationship as well, obviously with his father. You'd think his mother would know better, not act accordingly. But I'm still under influence that Kimberly and Usman's storyline is just completely fabricated. The whole thing's fake. I don't think they're together, to be honest. I think the whole thing's shambolic. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see.
I've just seen you get your heart broken way too many times to count. This kind of relationship, you have to admit, is 100% not normal.
Yeah.
It's a big risk, and it's a lot more risk than reward, I feel like, when you're looking at it from my eyes.
Honestly, like, I'm 51 now. I'm gonna live my life the way I think I should live my life without judgment from other people. So if I want to go and marry this dude, then that's on me.
There's a fine line between judgment and people just trying to give advice. I can tell you right now, this to me isn't judgment. This is more giving you advice, giving you precautions.
This is bull.
It's bull. Okay, you're entitled to your opinion.
Right.
Jamal's opinion really does mean a lot to me, but I'm still gonna do what I want to do. The love doesn't stop because we don't get somebody's approval. Like how
I hate it when all these parents on these shows say that, yeah, my kid's approval means the world to me. If my kid doesn't like him, then it's a no-no. And then what happens, the kids don't like them and then they continue anyway. We've seen season after season. Difference is Jamal's actually older than most of the kids, so it's kind of, I guess, not the same thing, but it really is because he's still your kid and you've said those words anyway. So therefore, clearly you're lying by saying that your kid's approval matters, because it doesn't. Come back to the lies.
Am I supposed to just stop loving him and just walk away? I've sacrificed so much for everybody else that, like, why can't I just be happy now? I just want to be happy. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
You don't think I would be more attractive if I were...
All right, you guys ready to explore on your own?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
This way.
All right. Are we gonna do this?
Yeah, a little while.
All right, I'm just gonna grab the bottle.
Are you kidding me?
What?
It's a tasting place. You shouldn't just grab a bottle for you.
Why not? I feel like I'm a grandpa now, just like an old parent
What
living
do you
at home.
want to do? Go party with Mila?
Cry me a river, honey. You stay home. You're that now.
How nice is this? You're not even breastfeeding anymore. You can drink wine now.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? Since I stopped to breastfeed, I will need to do something with my boobs because my boobs look like 2 freaking trash bags.
Your boobs?
They look horrible. You don't agree?
I mean, they don't look the same way they did before you had a baby, but I think you look great.
They don't look good. Especially after I hang out with my friends, they all have a good looking boobs. So I feel like I have some...
Yours look good too. You look good naked.
Okay, but I don't like it. So I think that I need to fix it if I don't like something. Did you understand how much it's hard to like relax and have a romantic time and I can feel confident with myself?
Like sex, you mean?
Yes. But no, you understand?
I still like the way you look.
But I don't.
It's okay. It's my opinion.
I really hate these conversations. It's one of the most jarring conversations ever, you know, when a woman wants to change things about herself that a man has no issues with, and her reason is because it would make me feel more confident. But then, like, change it. But let's talk about cosmetics necessarily. But then you go and get the surgeries. And when you get the surgeries, you feel okay for the first month, 2 months, 3 months, and all of a sudden you start to see errors within the surgery. You're like, oh no, actually now it's not as good as it was before. Oh, I might have to do it again. Oh, actually, you know. And this is the issue, you know. I feel like there's nothing wrong with wanting to get cosmetic surgery and wanting to, you know, enhance yourself and, you know, to make yourself better. There's nothing wrong with it. But I feel like some people should really consider having a therapist first beforehand, because at the end of the day, like, having surgery isn't always going to be the answer to your prayers. You know what I mean? Like, because you may still have that mental challenge that may still tell you, oh, no, this, no, that. You know what I mean? So for me personally, it's just hard because, like, I really hate it when, as a man, you're trying to keep your woman confident. But no matter what you do, she has to go and get this thing done. And you're like, but you don't need it because I love you the way you are. You are freaking sexy the way you are. They're like, yeah, but I still want to go. And I'm just... I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. I've got to a stage in my life. I'm like, listen, if the lady says that she wants to go and get a boob job, you go do your thing. You want to go and get whatever surgery you want to do, okay, you do your thing. You go ahead, do your thing. Your bank account, though. You know what I mean? But I just feel like sometimes women don't think about the impact it makes on men. If a man tells you that he likes you the way you are, and you are perfect with all your imperfections, and you're still telling him, no, I still want to go get this done, bear in mind that this makes a lot of men, i.e. myself, feel like crap. This makes me feel like as if I'm not doing my own job of reassuring you and making sure that you know that you look amazing. Like, there's a lot of men out there that want to keep their woman, that want to reassure them all the time. They want the woman to know that they look amazing, you know, with truth, not with lies, with truth, right? But when women say, "Oh no, but I still did it," it really does make men feel like just process that, like just bear it in mind, you know, like, because there was a lot of great men out there that do their best to keep you feeling amazing, but then you still deny them. Like it sucks. It really. As much as you're knocking yourself down, you're knocking your partner down just as much. Remember that, depending on the partner.
Only one that matters, right?
You're so selfish.
I still love to have sex
You're
with you.
selfish.
Feel good about the way
I don't
your
love
body
to have
looks.
sex with myself. You don't think I would be more attractive if I would have this bigger boobs?
Yeah, it would be nice to have boobs like a stripper.
No.
I like fake boobs.
Oh my gosh. I want to do like a big. I want to be like Pamela Anderson or something. I want to do something big, 2 balls. I want to do something bizarre. It's not pretty, right?
I mean, it's not perfect. I mean, there's a lot worse out there. I think you look great the way you are. I feel great about her body. She's been really dedicated to being an.
Like I had before.
Okay.
Not like now when you see me and those things are. It's not pretty, right?
I mean, it's not perfect. I mean, there's a lot worse out there. I think you look great the way you are. I feel great about her body. She's been really dedicated to being in the gym all the time. But, you know, in reality, her boobs don't look great. They've, you know, Mila breastfed for so long. It's inevitable what's going to happen with that. I can see how there's room for improvement there.
I go out with my friends and they look all nice and pretty, and me.
Okay, so you want to be like your friends, basically.
No.
Listen, I think there's a lot we need to plan and discuss. I want you to be happy if you want to be happy, but I don't want you to do it just because you want to be like your friends.
I don't want to do it because my friends do. I look like the person who will do everything because of some friends.
I don't know. You start hanging out with these girls for a few months, now you want to get a boob job.
No,
Before you never
I want
mentioned
to get it done because that's about my feelings, about myself. I don't want to be like nobody. I want to be like me.
Okay, if you say so. Life for Yara, since she's met a few friends, has honestly gotten better. You know, she went through a lot of depressing moments. But I feel like if it wasn't her friends influencing her, she would have brought it up to me sooner. Just all of a sudden, she starts hanging out with these girls. Oh.
Speaking of facts, and some girls, they just want to change themselves just because of their friends. Pathetic.
Yeah, I want to get my boobs done. Maybe I will get both.
I'm gonna lie to you. When I first came across this couple, when the season that they were on 90 Day Fiancé, I didn't like Jovi, man. I never thought I'd ever get to a stage where I'm agreeing with this guy. I really didn't think I was gonna get there, to be honest. The way time changes, yeah.
Talks, whatever, you know. He's like, she sees it with them and she wants to do it too. You're gonna have to drive. I'm gonna drink these.
As usual.
I'm trying to be understanding, and I hope they don't have a negative influence on Yara.
Well, you better get her because you know this get real left. No, you're real quick. She's the only one who has real quick. She doesn't very nasty. Real quick. No, Southeast Eagle will be up in here.
So what? I don't care.
And don't say so. Don't say so because she doesn't know me. Listen, putting something on me that did not happen. I'm not trying to be a bully to you. I'm not trying to be a bully to you. But you're not going to back me into a corner. You're a bully. Yes, you are bullied. You are a bully, Shaeeda. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. You are a bully. No, I'm not. But you need to watch who you're talking to, okay?
Be quiet for a second, please. Can I say something?
And I'm not going to do that with her because she don't know me.
You don't know me either, Shaeeda.
You better get her.
You conduct yourself as a Muslim woman?
Yeah,
what kind of example are you setting for your daughter?
You don't know who you're talking to, Shaeeda.
That is no example.
I can't even put words into my mouth right now. It's just the feeling of how things went. I have no idea what's going to happen now, what to do or anything. Let's go.
Man is defeated. Big times, but let's continue.
If Shaeeda would have come open-minded, with humility to apologize, I would have said, you know what? It happens. We could be friends. I don't feel good right now because I know Bilal is like super upset. But I'm proud. I stand up for myself. And I was very diplomatic in my response. She leaned over at my table. I didn't do anything like that. She gave threats. If the relationship is going to be toxic, I don't need it. I don't need that in my life.
City looks so nice.
feel so angry right now. Things happen, but to even happen in public makes it more embarrassing. If I start talking right now, I may say something I may regret. I know you're mad, you know. I know you want me to be happy for you, like that, but are you sure, Ed? Like, this is the person you want to be with? This person that tried to destroy you, that tried to take you down? You know, like... Well, Richard, what about what I did to her? I mean, I broke up with her 8 times via text. I know that. I know. I mean, I was a Ed. Right. I was a Ed. And I told you were too, along the way, too. But in my heart, that's after 6 months of therapy and 6 months of total separation, I realized that's who I wanted to be with. I tell you I'm engaged, and it was just hate, dude, right? I mean, but you just come out of the blue. Richard, it came out of the blue for me, too. That's because you're impulsive. You're impulsive. If you walk across the street and you got hit by a car once, wouldn't I say, hey, Ed, are you sure you want to cross this street again? You got hit the last time. Rich, I choose Liz. That's it, and you can't accept it. I'm choosing her over everyone. My mom doesn't accept her. My daughter doesn't accept her. What about your mom right now? Mom's giving me the guilt trip. I'm like, look, Mom, I love you. Your mom called me yesterday. She calls and you talk to her every day. Don't you think that's kind of weird? Well, no.
You know, I'm not one to really say what I'm about to say next, but let me put it this way. If everybody that I know dislike the person that I'm with, predominantly I would still stick to my own guns because I know that person. I think everyone else is doing a bit mad. But if I have broken up with this person multiple times and everyone is fed up with me being with this person, if I'm not listening to them, then I need to check myself real quick. In fact, I should be checking myself after I leave that person the second time, let alone the first time. Point blank, period. So the fact that Big Ed is talking all high and mighty about how he is, you know, going how he is so committed to her despite everyone's hate, just shows where his priorities lie in general. You know, it just shows that he's someone that doesn't know how to be loyal. He doesn't know how to stick to things, you know. He's more than happy to throw everyone else to the curb to one person that really isn't worth it. Ah, man, that storyline's probably fake anyway, but...
No, I do. Not as close as we've been as friends and family. Let my mom adopt you as her first son. She likes you more than I do. I just don't need to see. Richard and my mom were sort of close when we were friends, but yesterday, she calls and you talk to her every day. Don't you think that's kind of weird? Well, no. I do. Not as close as we've been as friends and family. Let my mom adopt you as her first son. She likes you more than I do. I just don't need to see it. Richard and my mom were sort of close when we were friends, but now that Liz and I are back together, he has formed this new level of a relationship with my mom, who talks to somebody else's mom on a daily basis. That's kind of, weird. I love my mom to death, but me being with Liz is not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt my daughter. It's not going to hurt my mom. Well, still, period. Can you still at least help her do, like, I've done everything I can. I don't know about that, dude. I need Rich to stop putting ideas in my mom's head. It's impeding our relationship. I'm very worried that, God forbid something should happen. She's 82 years old, and I wouldn't want her leaving this world being mad at me. Until you're ready to accept my choice in Liz, I can't be around you. I'm still your friend, bro. We've been friends for 16 years, and I don't just drop you like that. After 15 years of friendship, it's hard to swallow. I can just look into his eyes, and I know I'm not talking to my friend. There's somebody else I'm talking to now, and there's some influence there, but it's his life. He's got to figure this out. I'm choosing to be with Liz. You don't support it, so what do you want to talk about? That's it. That's it. I go my way, you go yours. Yeah, and that's so okay with you. It's an ultimatum. You're saying either you accept my decision of who I'm going to be with, or you're out of my life. That's the thing that bothers me. Rich, I love Liz. I want to marry Liz. That's fine. Do that. No one's stopping you. Richard is someone that's been very important to me in my life. Somebody that I trusted more than my own brother. And it's hard, to have to have a conversation with someone that will most likely end our friendship.
Does everyone on this show have a habit of saying, oh, but this person's very important to me? Yeah. What the hell does that mean? It's obviously not relevant, is it now?
But if I want my relationship with Liz to work, I don't have a choice. Like, I'm risking everything. Like, I literally, and I know it sounds sad, I literally have no one. I'm all in.
I need to
Wait from me.
Want to say something? This is really
Okay,
bad.
okay, this is bad. What do you want to do? Good, it's bad. Good.
Why are you yelling at me?
I said I know you're going to go with your parents, and I'm going to be left by myself. You guys talk Hindi, and you don't tell me what's being said. You think I'm making me comforted? You think
Did you say anything?
You think I'm okay? You think everything is okay with me? Why does everybody that we got married turned out exactly as I knew it would, a disaster. I knew that, you know, his parents were going to react the way they did, and he was going to take after them, and I was going to be sitting here all by myself.
I'm sorry, but imagine being 63 and this is your life. You're screaming and shouting, and by the time you're hitting your 50s, 60s, like that's when you start winding down in life. You know what I mean? You start looking for everything possible that keeps you in a good place. Everything is just chilled. But hey, not for Jenny though. She's got herself in a whole heap of madness. Damn, man, looking like she's still in her 20s. Like, yeah, damn. But anyway, we continue.
He needs to think about how I'm feeling because, I mean, I am his wife now. And so his loyalty should be with me.
I need to pamper you every time whenever you get mad.
Go away.
Eh?
Go away.
Do I need to pamper you?
What? Away from me. Get away from me.
Get away from me?
Forever. Understand? You think I'm not hurting? Do you think
I'm here like this right now?
Why don't you care about me a little bit too?
Who said that? I don't care.
I'm upset too.
Listen. You were here to support me.
And I did. I sat out there.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with you. But at least don't behave like that.
So I'm not supposed to have any emotions or at all?
You have emotion, but you are taking that frustration out on me. The situation is getting worse and worse. My mother just disowned me. So right now, I need Jenny's support. And I need to know that she's going to be there for me. Because I just sacrificed my family for the woman I love.
How many mama's boys do we have in TLC TV shows? Oh, but my mom just disowned me, so I need you to be there about me. So this is just a one-way emotion. So emotions only matter on one side. Doesn't matter on both sides, no?
And she's screaming at me. That is not acceptable.
Listen, this is the thing, okay? You're sitting here and you're talking with your parents. I can't understand anything that's being said. Can I talk? So I'm sitting here and I'm just like, all I can do is just imagine and think what they're saying. I have no idea. But I'm sitting here like, be quiet. If I say anything, I'm going to just make the whole situation worse. It's hurting me too. This whole thing is hurting me too. Why do you think it's easy for me to sit here and take all of this, watch all of this, take all of this? Why do you think it's easy for me? I came for you.
When I need you to support, you just start yelling, you didn't come to me, you didn't take care of me, you don't care what I feel, I do care. That's why I was fighting with everyone, that's why I married you, that's why I keep on trying my parents to understand that I love Jenny.
I know Smith loves me, and we've spent our entire relationship trying to convince his parents to let us be together. But I thought this was all over with once we finally got married. I thought that I would be more of a priority to him, but it seems that I'm not, and I'm starting to wonder, is that ever going to change?
You were not that upset.
You don't know? Because I'm sitting here quiet, you don't know how I'm feeling inside. You know, this is hard on me too. Listen. Your parents just hate me, Mama. This isn't easy for me either.
It's not easy for you either, but try to understand what our situation I was in. Instead of coming and start yelling it. Jenny and I are married now, and relationship partners support each other. I give up a lot in the relationship, and I need to know that Jenny is also there for me, because I may not have anybody else in my life in future. I'm done.
Well, their relationship is very concerning. But that relationship has a lot of triggers. When I say triggers, I mean I think a lot of people who've been through maybe something that is reflection of what's happening, they may trigger them to be fair with you, but hey. Jenny's crazy. And Summit's he's an idiot. That's that in a nutshell. When I watch these TLC shows, I just say to myself, I really hope that every single one of them are just fake. Because these storylines that these people go through, man, they just can't be rude. They can be rude, but they just can't be. They can be, but they can't be. You know what I mean? Like they can be, but like really? Anyway, with that being said, though, thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what your thoughts down below in the comment section, and we'll talk about it. Don't forget to like,